This Battleship game is one of my all-time favorite activities that I've ever created, and I use it all the time for a great review game or a formative assessment. Just it's a lot of fun. The kids have so much fun, and they really, really work hard and learn a lot from it. So the basic rules of this game are that you're going to divide the class into four equal-sized teams, and each team will be working to sink their own ships on their own game board. Each You're going to need to give each student their own space to work out a problem individually. There's going to be a time where they need to do it on their own without help from their teammates, and then they also are going to need a space to work as a team and to display their answer as a team. So to start off, first the teacher poses a question and gives it to everyone in the class. They give everyone individual time to work first. So I make sure that the kids can't see each other's work and they can't talk at all. This is a time for them to get their own thinking out and to try and solve the problem on their own. After the time limit is up for whatever time you set for them to work individually, students need to stop working individually and discuss with their teams what they think is the correct answer. So they'll share their different thinking, and during this time, they need to choose one and only one correct answer that their team will answer as a group. Also, during this time, because they were working together as a team, some of the kids might change their individual thinking. It's important, though, that they are not allowed to change their individual answers, and that will be important for scoring later. They can only change their team answer. So after the time is up, the teams share their answers with the class, and then they are scored. So scoring, it goes like this. There's two ways to score a point or to score a shot on your game board. So the first way is if your team has the correct answer as a team, then you get to score one shot at your battleships. So every team can get a shot. But the way to get a second shot for each round is that the top two teams, or the two teams with the most individual answers correct, get a second shot at their boards. So that's why it's important that once they start talking as a team, that they cannot change their individual answers. So they can get scored for working together as a team to find the correct answer, and for working on their own to get the correct answer. Kind of keeps them accountable to work together and to work individually. So the game board is on the next slide, and this game board is very simple. I've set it up so that it is ready to play. So these are the ships that the students will be trying to sink, and as they score shots, they'll come up to the board and they just need to click on one of the squares. They click on the square and it'll either have a hit or it'll have a miss. So this ship will be hit and sunk in 4 shots, but they'll miss if they hit around these areas. So they'll continue to hit or miss until the game is over, and at the end of the game, the team with the most hits or the team with the most ships sunk wins the game. The next slides are all questions that I've prepared. These are 3rd grade questions I've prepared about area and shapes, fractions, different things I wanted to review at the time. So you're welcome to use these, but you're also welcome to change them as much as you want. They're all editable. You can change them completely or add more. These are just a bank of questions that I've come up with for fractions and things like that. At the very bottom, there are 2 pages here, because you might want to play this game over and over like I do. But you don't necessarily want to have the same game board, so the students are more interested in trying to find the ships rather than remembering where they were. So the bottom 2 slides here are the page builders, where you'll be able to build your own boards so that you can play this game over and over. This first page is where you want to start. So it's set up with all of the 4 teams, and what you want to do is click and drag on these boats and put them into their positions where you would like them. You can have them all in the same position, or you can put them all in different positions. It's up to you. Along with putting your boats, if you use this green button, you can turn the boat so that it will add an additional challenge to the game. So for right now, I'm just going to put 2 ships, but you can decide to put all of them if you want to. I'm going to put just 2 ships into each team's board, and I'm ready to go. If this is what my board will look like, I'm ready to build it. So what I need to do is click and select all of the ships, or sorry, the entire board. I need to make a copy. So I'm going to do Control C to copy it, and then I'll move to my next slide. This slide has the interactive portion of the game. So I'm going to take and use Control V to paste that, and it just pastes right over top of it. But I don't want to reveal all the answers right away. So what I need to do is, again, select all of the board and hover over one of the objects and right click, and I'm going to send all these to the back so that they're behind the interactive board part. So now when I click, I'm going to click on a spot until I can find where I put, oh, and I found one of my ships. So I can either leave this at the bottom, or I can just take this and copy this whole slide by, again, Control C and bring it up to the very top, and Control V to paste it, and now I've got a new game board set and ready to go. Alright, hope you guys have fun playing this game. I know my kids love it every year.